Welcome back. My name is Chris, and I'm here to announce I just released the Accounting Professional Certification Prep course. So, just to give a little bit of background information, I've talked about this in some of my other YouTube videos, but if you haven't seen them, here's the deal. NetSuite came out with a revamped certification program at the end of 2025. So as part of that, they scrapped a couple certifications, they added a bunch of new ones, they've restructured how it all works. There's quite a bit of details to all of that. So if you want to know about that, I have a YouTube video on that. I'll have a link for it down below. You can check that out. So with this new certification program, I've now come out with the first new prep course for the new certifications. And the one that was in the most demand by far was the Accounting Professional, which is the highest level in the kind of column of accounting. So that course just came out and it is very comprehensive. I know for a fact that it absolutely prepares you for that exam, assuming that you have at least some knowledge of NetSuite. And I, of course, assume you have the basics of accounting already. I'm not going to teach you how accounting works. So with that in mind, I will have a link for the course down below. And just to talk about it a little bit more generally, and I'll be honest, I would not say this exam is incredibly difficult. For some people, I think you're going to find an even more difficult time on the Suite Foundation exam than you would on this one. Obviously, it's much more focused. It's not as broad as Suite Foundation, but at the same time, it actually doesn't go that deep into the various accounting tools in NetSuite. It does cover a lot of things. There's quite a bit you need to know. If you're not a seasoned accountant or even consultant in NetSuite, you probably will have a hard time with this. But for the guys that have been around for, I would say 5 to 10 years as consultants with a specialty in accounting, you can probably just jump into the exam with no preparation and make your way through. When you compare an exam like this to something like the ERP consultant exam, that is a much, much more difficult exam, and it goes far deeper on any particular topic. So that is something you should be aware of. And again, for people that are on the lighter side, don't have as much experience, then something like the prep course that I just released is going to be invaluable for you in terms of actually passing the test. Now, I am aware that I've got a number of students that had signed up and paid good money for my financial user prep course. That was for the financial user certification, which no longer exists. So for those students, I am going to be offering a coupon basically where if you can prove, just send me your email address so that I can verify you had signed up for the financial user prep course, and I will credit you this new accounting professional certification. I don't want to screw people that just within the last year or so already paid for one of my certifications that doesn't even exist anymore. So now you can take advantage of this new one. All you need to do is reach out to me either on LinkedIn or go to my website and fill in one of the contact forms. And probably within 24 hours, I'll give you a coupon for the new course. And the last thing I want to talk about in this video is just what is next. So there are two major, or you could say the professional level certifications left for me to work on, which is the FP&A professional and the BI and Saved Searches professional certification. So there are specialists, but there's a decent chance I'm not actually going to approach those because I find a lot of them are quite easy. So in terms of these two professional level exams, I'd like to know from you guys which one you guys would like me to prioritize. I'm not saying I'm going to get it done necessarily immediately next because there's a couple other courses in the pipeline, but I certainly want to get it done within the next few months. So if you can let me know whether you want BI and Saved Searches or FP&A, and that's what I'm going to focus on. So with all of that in mind, I hope you found this video helpful. If so, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And with all of that in mind, I hope to see you in the next video.